And basically my period pain is so bad. I got up to go to the bathroom and I blacked out. I literally blacked out. The pain was so bad. It was shooting down my legs and up my stomach. A few weeks later, same thing happened again.
So there's currently a new pandemic that is taking people's lives. And it's scary to say because I'm literally watching it happen in real time here in Miami, bro. This peptide pandemic. Everybody who is trying to cheat their way to success with peptides, going to the gym, peptides, going to try to lose weight, peptides. It's like all of these chemicals that they're putting in their body that no one has done any research on is causing people to end up in the hospital, bro. And I'm watching it happen. We're about to hop into and learn more exactly what's going on because I'm gonna be honest, y'all. I don't know too much about it. I don't know too much about peptides. I just see the side effects that these people are talking about. Check this out, y'all.
Just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this.
Breaking news, a $2 billion lawsuit was just filed against Zepbound, Mounjaro, Wegovy, Ozempic, all the big brand name players in the GLP-1 space for withholding serious side effects that are hurting the general public and doing so in the name of profit.
Are there any side effects to the medicine?
Oh my God. I'll keep it real. Let's talk about the side effects, y'all. So they tell you when you start getting the shots that you can have like nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, all of that. What they don't tell you is that she can give you sulfur burps.
Day 322, burped so loud she woke herself up. If you're taking a GLP-1, do not reach out to me for coaching. Let me explain to you what your doctor's not telling you, probably because he himself doesn't even know. He's just trying to line his pockets. When you take a GLP-1, what it does is slow down your digestion. Why do you guys think, oh my God, it turns off the food noise? Why do you think it turns off your food noise? When you take a GLP-1, it slows down your digestion. So all of the food that you eat, instead of digesting, metabolizing through your system quickly and exiting, it is staying in your stomach longer and longer. It just slows it down. So your body keeps thinking, we're full, we're full, we're full. There's food, there's food, there's food. That's why you guys are having no food noise and you're not eating. Now, the insane part about all of this is the quicker your metabolism is, the more weight you keep off your body. So listen to me when I tell you a fast metabolism keeps you lean, and GLP-1 is purposely slowing down your metabolism. So this is why I don't want people on GLP-1 in my program. I'm seeing a reoccurring theme where people are applying for coaching and putting in my coaching application, I'm on a GLP-1 and I want to come off of it. Here's the thing, you've already done the damage. People who have been on the GLP-1
Bro, once you get off of it, you're cooked. Your metabolism is fried.
For 6 to 12 months, they've done internal damage. Now they want to come off, right? They did the instant gratification to get the weight off. They think to themselves, I know you women, I'm going to do this really quick. I'm going to do it just for a handful of months to get the weight off. And then I'm going to maintain it. I'm going to keep the weight off. I'll eat healthy after. I'll get it off really quickly and then I'll do the things to keep it off. That's not how this works. You guys are causing internal damage. You guys are slowing down your metabolism and then you want to come off of it. And then you want to work with a coach whose only job is to speed up your metabolism. But guess what? Your metabolism has been altered and it is super duper duper slow. It's not burning fat for fuel. So then what happens? You come into my program. I've already seen it 3 times, which is why I said no more. You guys come into my program eating 800 calories a day because you had no food noise. You were on GLP-1. Okay, you have no food noise. Now you come in and I'm like, well, shit, she's definitely nutrient deficient. She's not getting what she needs. I have to increase her calories. And even though I only take you from 800 to 1,000 calories, just a small little stepping stone, and I start increasing your protein, guess what happens? You start gaining weight. And then you start freaking out because, oh my God, you can't gain a pound when you lost it incorrectly and now you're mad when we're trying to fix the problem. So no, people who are on GLP-1, please don't apply for my coaching. It's nothing against you. I love you guys. Your doctors aren't even telling you any of this. So a lot of you are hearing this and going, wait, what? Because you don't know. And because I happen to be GLP-1's #1 hater, I have no issue telling this to you guys. If you guys had the mentality that I'll get on the shot, I'll get the weight off and then I'll keep it off the healthy way. You guys have not changed your habits. You guys have not learned sustainable lifestyle habits to keep the weight off, and you guys have slowed down and altered your metabolism. So you see there's a problem here. Like I said, no shade to anybody who's on a GLP-1, but if you've already been on it for 6 months to a year and you've altered your metabolism, coming to a coach, it's a nightmare for both of us.
Peptides are up your biology. Would you inject insulin if you weren't diabetic? No, because you know exactly what happens. Your blood sugar crashes, your brain runs out of fuel, seizures, coma, death. It's not a maybe, it's a cascade. So why are people injecting peptides like it's the next wellness trend? Peptides are...
That's exactly what it is. It's a wellness trend. I was speaking to some guy in my gym who actually sells peptides, right? And the reason why he sells peptides, ironic enough, he doesn't use peptides. He sells peptides. You buy these vials of peptides after getting certified, licensed, all this extra stuff. You're buying them for $5, $10, maybe even $15 a bottle, and you're selling it for $90, $95, $100 a bottle, bro. The markup on these peptides are insane. The only reason why people are buying it so much, the only reason why influencers are posting it so much is because there is so much money to be made off of these peptides. It's literally almost like injecting steroids. Steroids injection is crazy. No shade to anybody who does steroids, but that's literally messing up your body to the worst way. That's like everybody who took the COVID-19 jab, putting all this mRNA, new medical technology into your body, bro. That's literally what peptides is.
Signaling molecules. And when you send a signal, your body responds. All of it, not just the tissue you're targeting. You're talking about hormone release, immune modulation, collagen synthesis, neurological function, all firing at the same time from one injection in a body that didn't even ask for the signal in the first place. And no peptide signal operates in isolation. You push one pathway, you're pushing hundreds, maybe thousands, in a system whose full complexity nobody, not your med spa, not your biohacker, not your researcher, fully understands yet. And there is no large-scale human clinical trial data. None.
Literally what I said, bro.
Your body already makes peptides in the right amounts, at the right time, for the right reason. Your job is not to replace that with a syringe. Your job is to create the conditions for your body to do it on its own.
Like I said, I'm just here to spread awareness. I just want people to know what they're dealing with if this is the decision that they choose to make, man, because it has gone way beyond just sulfur burps and diarrhea. We have all seen Ozempic face. We all seen it.
Before and after Ozempic. Yeah. This is, yeah. It's like depleting, bro. It's like not healthy.
Oh. Yo, man, these GLP-1s are a private part assassin, man. You ain't gonna have a butt. You ain't gonna have nothing left messing with these GLP-1s, man. Be careful out there.
Penis. Hold on.
Right in the balls.
No. You take these GLP-1s, you lose so much weight, your suprapubic fat goes down, your medial inner thigh fat goes down, all the fat around your junk goes down. Your penis is much bigger.
I like
There's much more junk in the trunk, as opposed to the negative side effects of Ozempic face, Ozempic body, Ozempic vulva. Ozempic penis, baby.
There's the ad.
There's the ad for guys to get on.
Collab with Extends.
Yes.
Fellas, don't nobody out there get no crazy ideas, man.
That was just a distraction. Wait till you hear this. A massive study with 16 million users found that these people were 9 times more likely to get pancreatitis. I've taken care of many people with pancreatitis. It is painful, expensive, and it really sucks. That is not just a common little side effect. They also had a 4 times greater risk of bowel obstruction and 3.5 times risk of stomach paralysis. What you're hearing on the news about this is too little too late. But somehow the conversation keeps getting reduced to celebrity before and after pictures and their saggy skin. Why is that? Because if people in the media started asking harder questions, like what happens when you chemically force the body to stop eating so much by slowing digestion? It's because these conversations get really uncomfortable really fast. But here's the part that should really make you stop scrolling. While the public and the media were celebrating this miracle breakthrough, major financial institutions are projecting this category to just explode. I'm talking a 10x explosion here. From $5 billion in 2020 to $50 billion in 2030. Read that again.
Damn,
tens of billions of dollars, and for who exactly? This isn't just a health trend, this is an economic gold rush. So ask yourself this: if the money behind these drugs is potentially that massive, do you really think the media is going to investigate any little side effect? You think they'll really look at any long-term side effects?
This is literally the issue with Big Pharma, bro. Literally the issue with Big Pharma.
Or every person experiencing problems, or keep cashing in and keep selling the dream. I'm not saying this can't help people, it absolutely can help people. But pretending there's no major side effects while profits skyrocket into the billions, that's just insane. You want to know the craziest part? almost nobody is talking about why people are struggling with these problems in the first place. Struggling with food noise and cravings and obesity and type 2 diabetes. Why you have insulin resistance and metabolic dysfunction. Now that should be the real conversation. It's because fixing the root cause is far less profitable than just managing the symptoms, and realizing that should bother you.
So I want to share something different. This isn't about mindset. I actually want to share my experience with peptides. So basically, I started taking GHKCU, which is the copper peptide. Obviously, take it at my own risk. After about 2 months, I noticed my cycle was a bit different. It was getting shorter. And then I went to Japan for a holiday. And when I was flying home from Japan, I got my period early. I'm on the flight, and basically, my period pain is so bad. I got up to go to the bathroom, and I blacked out. I literally blacked out. The pain was so bad. It was shooting down my legs and up my stomach. A few weeks later, same thing happened again. I was curled over in my bed for a couple of hours. I could not move. I was in the same amount of pain. I went to my doctor, I got some scans done. And with the ultrasound results, I was diagnosed with ovarian cysts. And in my left ovary, I had some endometriosis, which I've never had in my life. I have always been a very regular period girl. I've never had any issues with my cycles. My cycle has always been very healthy. So this was very different for me. Mind you, I'd also had a scan done the year prior, and in that scan, I had no endometriosis, no cysts, nothing. So I know 12 months ago, I didn't have any issues, and I also never have in my life. So I started to do my own research, and I thought, what have I changed in order to cause this? And the only thing I had done was take the GHKCU peptide. I just researched, can higher levels of copper in the body affect my cycle? It said higher levels of copper in the body affect the liver from detoxifying estrogen. And estrogen is what endometriosis is made up of. It's higher levels of estrogen in the ovaries, which builds up that tissue of endometriosis. That proved to me that me taking the GHKCU had affected my liver from detoxifying estrogen, which therefore caused the endometriosis and possibly the cysts. So I guess I'm just posting this to say, if you've ever had endo, if you've ever had any cycle issues, I just think people need to do their research. Again, take this as you will. Maybe if you've had a similar experience, comment below.
Bro, she's not addressing the fact that I guess she did say it, but it's not if you ever had this. It's no, if you're on peptides, hop off. If you're on peptides, here are the potential side effects, bro.
I think people do need to share these stories. If you can avoid doing that to yourself, you absolutely should. I'm not going to take it again.
I just left the doctor's office. I went to get a checkup because I've been off of Ozempic for 2 months now, and I just wanted to see if my body was in better condition, if there were any permanent damages. Kind of in shock right now because I wasn't expecting this, but I guess Ozempic can cause bone density loss, and I didn't think that that would happen to me because I was only on it for a year, but I have significant bone loss. I have osteoporosis and osteopenia, so that I don't know, there's like several of them that I have. I wasn't expecting that, but that's what happens if you use Ozempic for weight loss and you lose too much weight.
Remember earlier in the video where the lady says it changes your biology?
Peptides are up your biology.
You know, it sounded like it was, over the top to catch attention for social media, but no, this stuff actually changes your biology. You have to be careful. The lady has osteoporosis now, which is basically brittle bone disease. The stuff ate away at her bones in only a year. In only a year, it did this to her. So like I said, be careful out there because it's easy. It's easy to come across this stuff nowadays. It's easy to be prescribed it, and it's easy to get your hands on this stuff. Right now, this is the new dope on the street.
This is what happened when I took it. I took it like over a year ago. Like this was like a year and a half ago. Okay, so you can literally go into like a med spa and be like, hey, I want some, and they're like, okay. Like they don't give a damn out in California, okay? They don't give a So I knew a few people that were on it, and I was like scared, and they were like, no, you could take a really low dosage, and all it does is suppresses your hunger a little bit. That's what they said. They were like, all it does is suppresses your hunger a little bit. And that's my problem, is that I'm too hungry. I'm too hungry. So I said, okay, well, that don't sound too bad. I said, so I just eat 3 normal meals a day instead of eating 20 snake meals a day, like a snake, how they eat like 20 mice at one time. Like, that's me, bitch. So I was like, okay, maybe that'll be nice. They inject the friggin' shot into me, right? They inject the shot into me, a very low dosage, by the way. I go home, I'm like, okay, cool. I wake up the next day, bitch, you would have thought I had a stomach bug. My stomach hurt so bad. I was shitting, my stomach was in knots. I was so nauseous. I was so effing nauseous, okay? And I could not even eat cracker. Oh God, that was the worst week of my life. That was the worst week of my life. A lot of y'all weren't even here for that. Oh my God, I did 1 injection of it, and then I had the worst week ever.
Tell the truth. How many
from out of town left her peptides in my fridge, and she was like, oh,
dope out there.
My friend from out of town left her peptides in my fridge, and she was like, oh, I don't need it back, like, you can just use it. So I look in her little case. Look at this peptide. I don't know anything about heroin, but like, I would imagine that there's heroin that looks a little more professional than this. I don't know. And I was like, where'd you get this? And she goes, this guy, he's the best in the business. He's a Little League coach who does peptides on the side. His name is Mikey from Sacramento. And I was like, Little League? Peptides on the side? I would think that like selling something that humans inject into their bodies should be like the primary, and then Little League would be on the side. And I know that there's gonna be people who are saying I'm making this up. I wish I was making this up. For my friend's sake, I would love to be making this up. But really, there is Mikey in Sacramento who is busy with the Little League, making peptides, maybe in his bathtub on the side. I might be making that part up. I don't know where he makes them, but I would imagine it's not a real lab, because I feel like real labs would, at the minimum, have a label maker. And if he was in a real lab, I would imagine he'd have to go by Michael.
I'm telling you, man, this is all seeming way too familiar. Now I'm going...
Bro, this shit is hilarious to me, bro. I'm not gonna lie, this is funny. It's kind of sad, though. It's kind of sad, because like I said, it's really causing a lot of people a lot of health complications, bro. But it's a world that we live in of instant gratification. A lot of people are just doing things for the now results and not worrying about the future consequences. And, I mean, if that's how you want to live your life, that's what it is, but... I'm gonna end this video here. If you guys did enjoy, make sure to leave a like down below and subscribe. And I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one, man. Peace.